Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. I'm Jayatri Vijayaratna, presenting the paper titled Modification and Validation of a Maturity Assessment Tool for Public Health Information System Implementations in Sri Lanka. A brief introduction about my concept. We can use maturity models to define, manage, and measure the evolution of processes within an information system. If you take a process, it grows from the least stage of maturity to the optimal final stage of maturity. And there are models that include all these processes and define the sequential stages from the initial stage to the final stage of optimal maturity. If you look at the picture, this is the maturity model which I have used, and you can see that there are some key process areas and sub areas. Those are the processes that we are going to measure. After measuring, we can place them in suitable levels of the maturity model. Let's see why they are needed. We need them for benchmarking and auditing, and as a measuring instrument to keep track of the targets and to support the decision makers in project management. And when we use them, we can plan our activities according to the resources we have. Let's see how can Sri Lanka benefit from the maturity models. There are many public health information systems blooming in Sri Lanka. Some that has been established for some extent and some which are new, and this ecosystem needs direction, monitoring, and supervision. Also, there have been no studies conducted in Sri Lankan healthcare sector regarding the maturity models and the benefits that they are giving. And we don't have explored its capabilities yet. Hence, my research question was how to measure and compare the maturity of public health information systems in Sri Lankan context. So that my objective was to propose a maturity model to measure the capability and competencies of public health information systems in Sri Lanka. In order to achieve that objective, I opted to modify and validate the maturity assessment tool for public health information system implementations in the country. In order to achieve my objectives, I organized the methods like this. 5 health institutions were selected, which had island-wide information systems implemented and managed by a team at the same institution and collected data for at least 2 years since the inception. The method included a literature review, a modified Delphi study, and a qualitative study, which was a key informant interview. In the first part of the methodology, which was a literature review, and as a result, I could analyze the existing maturity models and their key process areas. And I could compare the key process areas of each maturity model. In the literature review, I queried 4 indexed scientific databases and including some gray literature. Altogether, 18 models were studied, which included 9 non-health maturity models and 9 health-related maturity models. Out of the health-related ones, only 1 maturity model was available specifically for public health. That was the Public Health Information Technology Maturity Index, which is called as PHIT. This tool was specifically designed for public health and included most of the key processes that I needed. In the next step, a modified Delphi study was conducted to adapt the tool to the context of the Sri Lankan public health. 6 experts were involved in 3 Delphi rounds. And in the first round, free comments were allowed. And in the second round, the modified tool according to the comments was sent along with the format to mark their responses regarding 3 things, which are relevance, appropriateness of wording, and cultural acceptability on a Likert scale. In the third round, all experts could arrive at a consensus and successfully modify the tool. The facets of the validity considered were face validity, which was assessed qualitatively, content validity, which was assessed quantitatively as well as qualitatively, using item-wise content validity index, scale-level content validity index, and CAPA statistics. Regarding the construct validity, we could not quantitatively calculate as the sample size was very small, and internal consistency was measured using the Cronbach's alpha value. Now, regarding the key informant interviews, it was a purposive sample of 9. It included at least one member from each public health institution selected, as well as other stakeholders, including consultant community physicians, health informaticians, regional epidemiologists, and medical officers of health. They were interviewed using a semi-structured topic guide. The objective was to refine the modifications done to the tool. Therefore, the sample was from the said public health institutions who have already gone through the tool and had a better idea of it. Now, regarding the results. About the literature review, I want to mention about the tool that I selected. It has these 4 key process areas. And under each key process area, they have these subdomains. And this tool comes with a questionnaire, user guide, score calculation tool, and a roadmap. And in the modified DEFI study, I could establish face validity, content validity, internal consistency, and the values were like this. Face validity of the tool, which was qualitatively assessed, it was clear and relevant. The content validity, ICVI value, was more than 8 for all 57 items. SCVI average was 0.98. SCVI universal agreement value was 0.92 and pre-marginal kappa was 0.95. Cronbach's alpha value was 0.93, and these values indicate that there was excellent content validity and internal consistency. However, I couldn't establish construct validity as the sample size was low. And this is an abstract view of my code analysis of the qualitative study in Atlas TI software. Regarding the results, inputs from the key informant interviews, they suggested that the questions regarding standard operating procedures, accessibility, and change management should be included. Also, there was a statement stating the need of documenting the ultimate level of maturity in a comprehensible way. Also, some elaborated the need to include methodology to be followed by the institution when carrying out maturity assessment in order to institutionalize it. Regarding the discussion and conclusions, PHIT tool was selected and modified to measure maturity of the public health information systems in Sri Lanka. Relevant modifications to the tool were done based on the comments from the modified Delphi rounds and the key informant interviews. Validity was established in many facets, including face validity, content validity, and internal consistency. The modified PHIT tool is therefore suitable to use in the public health maturity assessments in Sri Lanka. These are the references that I used for the slides. And thank you for listening. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have further questions. Thank you very much.